man, I've been seeing this Angel Reese thing. I guess the WNBA back on. I thought it didn't used to come on to like Memorial's Day, around Memorial's Day weekend or something like that. I guess it came on a little bit earlier. And Caitlin Clark fouled her. Now, from certain angles, man, get out of my way. From certain angles, the foul looked like like a hard foul, and especially once you watch basketball today, which some of these things that they categorize as a flagrant foul, it's just a common foul, but they are trying to feminize the NBA. They're trying to feminize men. I say it so often, but thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and so yeah, and I looked at it when I first seen it, I'm like, okay, that was a little flagrant, but it wasn't. It was just she like hacked her across. Caitlin Clark hacked Angel Reese across the arm to stop the layup, and then kind of like her body momentum kind of took her flying, and she overreacted. And you get that a lot with women anyway. They're emotional, they overreact to shit. And, a lot of people were saying, well, Angel Reese is trying to play the villain role because she suck at hooping. And, a lot of these dudes out here want to play Captain Save a Keisha, all right? They sit out here and they go out here and they protect black women on the internet, or they protect them in person. And a lot of that energy is not reciprocated. I keep telling y'all that. I'm not saying that you shouldn't protect no black women, but you shouldn't protect all. Most of them don't respect this. I keep telling y'all that. I have videos talking about Tory Lanez, basically what Jason Lee said. He said he called himself protecting two black women who turn like ravished dogs on his dumb ass. But they don't need our protection. They tell us all the time they don't need us. They don't need us. They don't need us. And she overreacted. When I watched the play, it was a good common foul. It was a common foul. She stopped her from doing it. But guess what? It's lucrative for the WNBA. And if Angel Reese want to play the villain role, so be it. She's not good at basketball. She's a good rebounder. But she's not a good basketball player. She's popular. She's pretty. And she's just good rebounder. But outside about that, maybe she a solid defender. But outside of that, it is what it is. But they, right now it's a very sensitive time in the country. A lot of these Brads and Beckys are coming out here. They getting brave that Trump back in office. They saying, why can't they say the N-word? And they coming out admitting that they are racist and bigots and all that. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? What's so funny? Me and my girl went to Walmart. We was like, well, let's go to Walmart. I'm gonna keep it anonymous. Like, let's go to Walmart over here. Instead of going to the one by the crib. So we went pretty much the same length, damn near. It might be 5 minutes, a little bit more. We went. And she seen a racial, like as soon as we got into town, she seen a racial sign. She was like, did that sign really say, that? I'm like, yep, that's where you at. And I said, I drive this way for work every day. That's where you at. So right now, it's a lot of people getting brave and showing you who they really are. Y'all know how I feel about that. Show me who you is. I don't know why people want to live amongst lies and live amongst people who secretly don't like you, right? Who secretly don't like you, just to have the illusion that everything's okay, and it's not. My whole thing is show me who you are. Keep it real. I don't get where people want to live like there's not animosity, or as long as you just keep it to yourself, at some point it's gonna pop out and show a ninja, as Kendrick said. So now you're seeing the racial tensions are very high. I mean, you had the whole Carmelo Anthony thing, you had the dude that ran into a police officer, which they saying he didn't even do that. From what I heard, he didn't even do it. So tensions are high. Tensions are very high in the country right now, and we need to be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? We need to be uncomfortable. And people really, I think of this generation, need to really see that you don't really have no allies as black people. Especially black men don't have no allies. And I think a lot of people, are starting to kind of see. Y'all thought everything was rose petals and cake and ice cream, and it's not. Just because it's the illusion that everything is cool, we living amongst each other comfortably, that's not the reality of it. You know, and I love people coming to the comments, oh, you being a racist. I can't be racist. How can I be racist and black people be racist and we live amongst our oppressors with no with no with no plan on doing harm back? No plan of retribution, no plan of reparations, no plan of ill will. We just, okay, you did what you did to us. We just want to live comfortable with y'all. We just call it even, and they still don't call it even. To be racist, you have to have power. You have to own something. We're not fighting for power. We're not even fighting for equality no more amongst people. Our women are fighting for equality for all women. They doing the dirty work while other women gonna benefit from it. But it's a touchy time right now. But honestly, that was a common foul, and Angel Reese is just pumping the ratings up, building that rivalry between Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever. Y'all fighting amongst it, and really, Caitlin Clark faded into the black this summer. Ain't want nothing to do with the WNBA or female basketball activities, and she was chilling with her mans, and she wanted nothing to do with it. But it's bringing notoriety, it's bringing more money to the table. Anything, people need to thank Angel Reese for. I didn't even know WNBA was back on, for pumping it up. But she got to understand, playing that villain role, it come with a motherfucking price. So you got to be mentally prepared. Men are more mentally prepared to take on that role. Women ain't. One guy say you ugly, and she's not. She's a beautiful woman. That'll fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, her, playing that role, and also playing a role as a feminist is a dangerous game. Not only are you being the heel in the WNBA, you becoming the heel amongst men and females. You reposted that thing on TikTok telling black women that they should divest and be with white men. Cool. I'm not mad about it no more. The fact of the reality is, check my Free Game 89 channel out. I did a video. I think his brother's name BG Impmore. He opened my eyes, and I believe it because I didn't seen it. Black women sleep with white men at an extremely high rate. It's very extremely high. That's why they love that show Scandal. I didn't really know what it was about, so I heard them break it down. They sleep with white men and other men at extremely high rates. See, they talking about the marriage rates. They not marrying black women, but if y'all knew how easy it was for the average white guy or non-black guy to sleep with black women, y'all wouldn't even want black women no more. Y'all, and I think you starting to see that manifest on the internet. I really think you starting to see that manifest on the internet, where they telling us, you watch Pop the Balloon or some of these shows, we got to make six figures, 7 figures, 8 figures to be with them, and then when the Brad that's dressed like Kevin Fredline in 2000s, before he got with Britney Spears, when he was with that Sky, what was the little black chick from Moesha he was with? He dressed in a velour jumpsuit, looking like a B2K backup dancer. Coming on there, we love them, we want them. That's why you see them. Keisha beefing with Becky right now, and they say, "Oh, Becky only want our black men because they want their kids to look a particular way." That's what black women want. A lot of black women are the true colors, and I hate to say that. They be wanting to get with the other to have those mixed kids. It's just a projection. So she didn't play the villain role in the WNBA Angel Reese. She didn't play the feminist role. That's why I don't fuck with her. I don't play that shit. Be what you want to be with, but if you causing the divide in the community, fuck Angel Reese. But there's so many of these simp niggas out here like Tory Lanez, if that story is true what Jason Lee said, and I believe it is. It's so many simps out here, bro. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. What Cameron said, it's a war going outside. No man is safe from. There's really a war going on outside. So at this point, a lot of brothers is figuring out Becky, Keisha, Maria, you know what I'm saying? Jen Lee, it don't even matter. Everybody has become corrupted. It is. It is what it is. Don't look at the color. Look at the character. Look at the woman. That's all I can really tell y'all brothers. Don't look at the woman. Look at the color. Look at the character in the woman. I was having a conversation with my girl the other day. And she was surprised when I say Becky is just as bad as the average black woman. But they don't hear that message. You know what I'm saying? They all want the same thing. They all want the same thing. You know, that's what I was trying to tell people. They really think, oh, it's a the westernized disease of feminism is liberalism is taking over the world. Check China, check France out. They talking about freezing their eggs over there. Canada don't get no liberal. That Canada is the California countries. That's why I don't get caught up. Whether it's black women, white women, they all the same thing. If shit don't work out, they'll use your kid against you. I'm telling you. Only people that still bring a structure over, even Arabic women starting to run circles over here. Now that they can't get stoned and get controlled by those Middle Eastern laws, they going buck wild and crazy. You know, this like the wild, wild west, man. So don't get caught up in that shit, man. I just say don't get caught up in that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark shit, man. That's good for ratings, but you know, don't get caught up in all that shit, man. In my opinion, you know, I'll make it a race thing. It ain't even that deep, but hey. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link in the description, follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Wherever I'm at, check out the Free Game 89 channel, Patreon. Peace.